Found
Make
it.
sure we can hear us at this time when we get started, Paul.
Found it.
I think my mic's not even on, so you can't hear me. So already messed up right out of the gate.
Hi,
Mic
Mike.
not on.
Hi, Mike.
Your mic on?
I don't know.
Yeah, I see some lines coming up over there, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's always something. All right. Most exciting weekend of the year for us right here, Paul.
Big 2 days.
Yeah, it's here. The Breeders' Cup weekend is here. Begins today with the juveniles running out there in Del Mar. Of course, we're here to give you college football locks, maybe some NFL. It's week 10 in college football. Is a roll right along. So, again, welcome into Cash and Tickets, brought to you by Poolsidebets. It's me, Franklin Johnson, my partner, Paul Robertson. We are here to get those locks for you so you can get a little green before the horses start running late Saturday afternoon, since they're way over there in California. And so we'll have plenty of time to get our early games in, watch a little horse racing.
Yeah. It's going to be it could be over early or it could be an epic weekend.
Epic weekend, that's right. You never know how it's going to
Here
go.
nor there.
So this trend has continued to work. So let's get this, our traditional start to the show going.
Brought to you by Cabo Wabo.
You think they'll call us and say, hey,
I don't know. At this point, does it matter?
Nah, I don't mind.
Like, we're selling their
we
brand.
don't really care.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Here's to it. Let's do it.
Cheers, buddy. All right. All right. So, again, like I said, this is another episode of Cash and Tickets where we're going to give you those locks for college football week number 10. But first, we got to look back, Paul.
Do we have to?
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, you have to look back. It is what it is.
Looking back.
Stop it. Let's see. Let's just discuss the weekend. You tell me what you got. I got to change some numbers over here because I forgot to change some numbers. So, what do you got for us from this past weekend, Paul?
What stands out to me is the Vanderbilt Commodores are continually getting disrespected. They go out there, they hang with Georgia, they hang with Texas. Probably good chance they could have beat Texas, and everybody's like, well, Texas really wasn't. You got to be up for every game. Welcome to the SEC, guys.
Well,
it is what it is.
That was a wake-up call for them.
Just thank God the Rebels don't have to play them, right?
That's right.
So, Rebels do their job. Defense played really, really well. I mean, Oklahoma really didn't have the firepower on offense to stay with us. I'm going to talk about this the Ole Miss team here in a little bit, so I'm not going to go too much into that.
Yeah.
Nebraska hung with Ohio State, which I don't really believe in moral victories, but for Matt Rule and the Nebraska faithful, who had been down for about 5 or 6 years, it had to do something for them. Coming off the absolute ass whooping they took from Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't know. Navy, don't read too much into that shit.
Dude, 6 turnovers.
Yeah, don't look. I mean, it is what it is. I had to Washington over there. They didn't get there, but I didn't know really how good Indiana was. I knew they were good.
Yeah.
I knew they were getting disrespected early in the year for the line or whatever. But at some point, you think that some team's going to challenge them. I thought Washington was going to give them a little more than they gave them. Indiana's fucking legit.
Yeah, they're a good football team.
Anyway, yeah. So Mississippi State has the worst defense in the country. We'll all agree on that. That's not because I'm an Ole Miss fan. It's just they do.
Yeah, it was bad.
The numbers, there's 134 teams in the country. There's 134th and 5th.
Well, and if you're looking for a silver lining there, when they go into that after Shaping got hurt and this quarterback, that offense has really started clicking.
Yeah, and I know it sucks to say this, and we're in a win now world, but it's year zero for these guys. And I'm an Ole Miss fan, but I may be the only Ole Miss fan alive that pulls for State every game except for one.
Fine.
But give them a chance. That's the problem. They keep trying to, in my opinion, compete with everybody around them instead of just doing their own thing and getting a guy they like in there and building. Mm-hmm. You have to give them a chance. You have to. So if he goes 0 forever in the SEC, and then next year he wins 2 games, and they're like, "Oh hell, he's getting better." Well, yes, that's a
And
fact. It's a fact. Don't just give him a chance. 100% that defense is not good. That's not good at all. But anyways,
they're going to make some changes,
and they'll
there.
hold us to 13 points. So whatever.
Yeah. I kind of echo some of the things you said. Obviously, Vanderbilt hanging in there with Texas. That was a great showing. Indiana doing what they do. And then again, like you mentioned about Navy, tough matchup for them. Just a different class of athlete they were going up against. And I don't know if they were shook or they weren't used to the speed of the Notre Dame defense, or they could not hold on to the football.
Yeah, the turnovers, and I don't know what the stats on that game, but the only thing that concerned me and kept me off that game was that Notre Dame's really good in the defensive backfield, and that's where all the splash plays for this year's been coming from Navy. And I didn't feel like they'd be able to get that. And if you hit a 65-yarder or something like that, a big play, it changes the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do that, and you're stuck in third downs and you're turning, it just gets sloppy.
Yep.
But anyways,
yeah, they it was rough for them from the beginning. But I like them moving forward.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
No, you can't get off of. You can't get off of them.
Oh, I was going to put out the over. You and I talked about it before we got to it, and I was going to put out the over. I really liked it, and boy, I wish I had, because I think Notre Dame at the over on their own.
All right.
So I've got the recap ready. If you're ready to take a look at it.
Okie dokie.
Here we go. All right. We're continuing this trend, Paul. Everything's a lot more green than red.
Like Christmas.
Yeah. So I go 5-4, 1 game over 500, and continuing to stay above that. Indiana, again, was easy. Sooners and Rebs under 49. Never in doubt there. Virginia Tech, slow going throughout the day, but they finally get that thing done. 2 big misses with Buffalo and the Warhawks. They're never in either one of those games. Illinois, again, they weren't either. I thought maybe they'd start scoring some late, but Oregon just never allowed them to get close to the end zone. James Madison won by double digits, but it was like 16 or 17. They never got close to that 24. They don't look the same as they did beginning of the year. Vanderbilt, great job. Easy covering the 18.5. Diego is still fun to watch. And then the Cardinals, even with Tua Tagovailoa coming back, they get that thing done or win it outright against Miami. So they cover easy the plus 3.5. Paul goes 6-3. 5-3.
Yeah,
really another good weekend, staying up there.
Yeah.
Missed the Washington, Indiana, just couldn't quite get the scores there. I think if that game was played again this weekend, you'd probably take the over again.
Yeah,
they were trying. BYU, UCF, no problem. Penn State, slow again, but no problem, kind of like my Vatech pick. K-State had to pull it out late against Kansas.
It's the rivalry game, a whole bit. I should have knew better.
Arkansas, never in doubt. They got up early, stayed up. San Jose State, rough game there.
So we have
Spartans.
a moment of silence for the. It's been fun.
We're gonna take them off the pick
sheet.
sheet.
It's fun. It's been fun. The spread and shred is fun. I like talking about it, but I think it's time for, as an adult,
to know when it's done.
it's time to let them go, and it hurts, and I'm sad, but bye bye.
And then Steelers, whoo, boy, they tried to not cover that spread late in the game, and I had a big ticket on the Steelers. I'm like, I'm gonna call Paul and just really put it on him here. What is his team doing? That late fumble by Russell Wilson, I thought that was it. Yeah. I thought that was it. And then T.J. Watt makes a big play, gets the ball back, and then, of course, they seal it with the interception at the end. Ravens-Browns, over 44. Nice pick there. The Browns get the big win over
Jameis Winston.
He was slinging it. He was slinging it.
Hey, he going to sling it again this week.
I don't doubt it. Easy
Joe
hit
Flacco
there.
will, too.
Yeah, they benched Anthony Richardson. Flacco's getting the start.
So I'm not 100% sure about that whole deal because I've listened to all the content guys or whatever. So he makes a big run. He taps his helmet, comes out of the game, and they're crucifying him. But they never said so internally as a coaching staff and a medical thing. If that happened, don't you cover it up and handle it internally? Why do you let it go public that he just said fuck it?
Fuck it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand why they let that out.
Well, But here's the thing also. He's a big boy, makes a big run, and he got kind of really laid on by a big defensive
Look.
lineman. He was gassed, and he had nothing left. It's better to come out, sit out of play, than to make a mistake on the very next play because you got nothing in the tank.
Yeah, all that. I 100% agree with that. I just my problem with the whole thing is like,
Why didn't they help him?
even if it was as bad as it could possibly be, he said, "Fuck it, I don't want to be here." I tap my helmet, get out of the game.
Yeah.
Maybe all that's true, but why do you let it out?
The team, the organization should
Why
have
don't
helped
you
him
just
there.
fucking say
Yeah.
he had signs of concussion? He had something. He
Something,
peed, he
anything.
peed,
He
he
just
pooped,
paid-
he did something.
Something.
They
yeah.
didn't do none of that. They just said,
No.
"No, he's a quitter. Fuck him."
And now they're benching him.
I hate.
Yeah.
I don't like how
That was a
that's
tough look.
It's a bad look. Yeah.
It's a bad look.
Anyways, all right.
So that's it. I have now updated the standings. I'm 36, 34, and 3. Continue to creep over 500. Paul is sitting out there really pretty, holding us together. 40, 27, and 1.
We doing good?
So as a team, we are 75, 61, and 3 as we continue to roll it along with more green than red. So well done by Poolside Bets this past weekend. We will look to continue that as we head to
Atta
week
kid.
10.
Let's get it.
Let's get that off the board. Wash that away. That's out of here. Don't need any of that anymore.
Do you want to go over the Breeders' Cup at all?
Yeah, well, I figure we'll do that at the end
at the
after
end?
we
Okay.
put our
All right,
picks
that's
out.
cool. I don't have a lot. I just got some.
No, I just got a few things. Yeah, it's
all
not a
right.
whole bunch.
That's cool.
It's not
All
a
right.
whole bunch.
Gotcha.
All right, so the weekend that is coming up, Paul. Week 10.
Week 10.
Um,
Daylight savings time.
I don't think there's really anything to talk about tonight. I mean, there's no big. San Diego Boise State's not really a.
No, Genty
I
and
mean,
his
that's a
Heisman.
24-point spread there.
Yeah. No, there's no plays tonight. for me.
Of course, you got the big one, 11 a.m. on Fox. Ohio State Buckeyes travel to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions. I think we both got a play on that game, so we will let that one go.
Okay.
The Ole Miss Rebels travel to take on the Arkansas Razorbacks in a place where they do not fare well over in Fayetteville.
It's gonna be raining too.
I know from our travels through there, heading over to Omaha, it's really pretty over there. The mountains and such, and where the stadium is. Looks like a pretty place to be. What else we got on the slate? Nothing real. I mean, Oregon goes to Michigan, and that's a double-digit spread. I know there's another rank game.
Yeah, we're deliberately avoiding some of these games because we're gonna talk about them.
Yeah, that's right. Pittsburgh travels to take on the SMU Mustang.
Ooh, I looked all over that game.
And I could not find the angle I like.
I didn't either.
The Panthers travel to take on the Mustangs there with Eli Holstein has not been great lately, but Pittsburgh is still undefeated.
So,
But if you look at the record with Rhett Lashley against a Narduzzi defense, is not pretty. They put up tons of points.
he got them figured out, huh?
Yeah, so I've seen some people liking the SMU team total over, which is like 33 points, which seems like a lot, but that should be a fun game at 7:00. I hope we're still celebrating something big that night.
Might
so,
even not know there is a TV. No, we'll be fine. Let's see. What am I looking at? Can't talk about that game.
yeah, there's not a lot of games this weekend,
Yes, they started this midweek shit, and then it kind of hurts us on Saturday.
and the
speaking of
double
games.
buys this year.
You got a side on the Louisville Clemson game?
And no, I do not.
All right, so I don't know. Some of these lines look too high, but they're really fucking not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hard. You look at them like, I can't lay a touchdown and over a touchdown.
Well, that
but-
-10 there in that game seems right. Feels right to me. That's probably where I'd have it. Clemson -10 against Louisville.
Dude, I think they're about to beat the shit out of them.
Out of Louisville?
Yeah.
I do too, but
But
wouldn't it be something? I
would-
mean, wouldn't it be something if Duke goes out there and does something with Miami?
Hey, don't just hold your just hold
Hold.
a minute.
You know, other games I looked at, Memphis, UTSA. UTSA's not been great this year. You're only laying 7 with the Memphis Tigers, but I couldn't pull the trigger there. UTSA can score some points and then make that thing weird, and Memphis wins by 3, and I'm kicking myself.
Yeah.
Then some really rough game. Tulsa UAB. If you bet that game, God bless you.
Yeah, some of this stuff, like when we put the San Jose State game out, and we put, I don't know, just Buffalo and some of these games, 100% we know people don't really know about what, but we do. we,
But yeah.
we even hit or miss, we do the homework for sure.
Okay, so before we get into our locks, I just want to say, I'm sure there's some people that maybe open up our video, scroll through it, look to the end to where you see the big spreadsheet and see where our picks are. But sometimes you miss things.
If you do that, like it.
Yeah, or just at least like it or subscribe or something.
Do something.
So I wanted to show a little shot. The video is going to be terrible because it looked like we had some glitches last week at a certain point in our podcast. So the video got a little off, but the audio's fine. Paul put out some UFC picks.
Right.
That turned out really well. I think it was Jeff O'Neal. Danny gave the over 2.5.
Yeah, that thing got there.
Easy. And but the one that I thought I would share is we discussed the World Series a little bit before we got started with locks last week. And here is what we got from last week. So I'm just going to show a clip from our show last week so that you can hear it and see sometimes if you just look for the spreadsheet, you miss some good information. So here. I mean, if you're serious about winning the World Series, right? Don't let your ego get in the way of winning the title.
I got the Dodgers winning this one in 5, so.
Oh my God, 4-1.
Let's see what
Holy moly. All right.
You know, the old MLB gambling DJ bet.
Yeah. All right. Dodgers in 5.
And don't take that seriously. I'm just throwing something out there.
I would say Yankees in 7. Okay, there it is. Yeah, he threw it out there. Dodgers in 5, and they did. Even though that game 5 started out 5-0, Yankees. The Dodgers come roaring back.
Yeah, so there's a lot of folks that, and I'm one too, that believe in the whole narrative scripted kind of thing to where you have the New York-based team playing an LA-based team, and there's no way it doesn't go 7 because the TV ratings are going to be through the roof, and it's going to be so much money for either team. I mean, I get all that, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, Dodgers put it on them. Well done.
Yeah,
congratulations.
The Yankees didn't show up. Like, they had runners in scoring position about every game. They couldn't get that, like, all the money.
Judge was bad. Aaron Judge was bad in the whole series.
Yeah, he's not good in the playoffs, I don't think.
He had the one home run there in Game 5 to get him kick-started, and then they made all the errors in that game to let the Dodgers right back in it. It was something to see them go down in 5 games, but it certainly happened. I was right there, witnessed it.
The last game
saw it happen.
Insane, but
all right, Paul, you ready to move on and give the people what they're here to hear?
Sure.
All right.
Send it home, Jerome.
All right, here we go. Week 10.
Right here in the Week 10 hole.
11 a.m. Saturday morning. The Ole Miss Rebels travel take on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
They do.
Now, I have a lot of going back to the well picks this week, and it starts right here. The Ole Miss totals haven't sniffed 50 in SEC play in the last 8 to 9 games and probably goes further than that. I made the same argument for Ole Miss last game against Oklahoma. And, Arkansas has a better offense this year and better QB than what you got in Oklahoma. But that QB Green has been up and down all year, and that's especially if you take out last week's game against Mississippi State where he's throwing it all over a bad defense. Ole Miss has an elite defensive front, and they do not allow a lot of points. And that defensive front is elite. They're not getting a lot of national talk. They get some, but I don't know that there's a better front seven. Speaking of, Princely, I'm not going to try to say his last name. He came from Florida. He got hurt, 4 or 5 games ago, Paul?
Yeah.
And it allowed Suntarine Perkins, to slide into that spot.
Right.
And boy, has the light come on for Perkins. I think he's 5th in the nation in sacks now at 8.5.
He's getting it done.
I mean, he's quietly just getting it done. Not a lot of talk there, but that allowed Perkins to take that step up, and now Princely's back healthy. It makes him even better. Anyway, that defense has been great. The offense, though, has been stuck in neutral. Yeah. We still don't know if Trey Harris is going to play. So right back to the well here. Give me the under in the Arkansas-Ole Miss game, under 53.5.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take the Arkansas Razorbacks +7, and once the boos and all that stuff, people stop throwing shit at me, I'll
I just broke the TV, Paul.
Yeah, threw shit down. Here's the thing. Arkansas is 10-1 in their last 11 in this matchup. The home team has won the last 5 outright. It's in Arkansas. Our O-line is terrible. Since week 5, there's 134 teams in the country. Their overall grade is a 127.
Oh, God.
Pass blocking, 109th. Well, 109th. Is that a thing?
109th. No, it's not a thing.
Pressure percentage, 128. Run blocking grade, 125. Impact run blocking, 128.
So you're telling me that when people say, oh, my God, we got to get Bentley in there, he's playing better than – is it going to matter? Or they say, boy, Dart's really not getting it done. He's not throwing it.
It's not him.
He doesn't have any time.
It's not them.
Goodness gracious.
So, yeah. I got it here. The defense is really, really good, but historically this game is going to be wacky and it's going to be close. I'm hoping the Reds win by 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. Don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah, just win. Then let's get ready for Georgia. But as a betting angle, the +7 or the under is the play here.
So we're both on a game. We both have it kind of going the same way.
Yeah.
Because the next game we're going to talk about, we're both the same, just like we did with this game, but flip-flopped. Okay. Because you're on the total and I'm on the point. I'm on the spread.
So
on the next game.
Yeah, go ahead and start because when he showed me this, I told him I'm really interested to hear how you came to this.
Yeah, so I think Ole Miss Arkansas is a low scoring game. Right. Obviously under 53, and with a great defense at Ole Miss and a slow offense, and Arkansas has been playing better, and so Paul also thinks it's low scoring. So you take the dog, you take the points, right? Low scoring game, give me the points. So next game,
you ready to argue?
Yeah, Ohio State, Penn State, 11 a.m. The Buckeyes head to Happy Valley, take on the Nittany Lions, and I wish this game was at night so we could have the whole whiteout deal, but it's what it is. Not a night game, early game, which favors Ohio State. That's okay. Ohio State has some great weapons at wide receiver and running back. However, the run game is stalled due to injuries, like we just talked about with the Ole Miss Rebels. Bad offensive line play. They lost an NFL lineman, and now his backup is hurt, so they're like at third string. And with some other guys that are banged up. And that O-line has not played well at all. So the wide receivers are good, but Will Howard is not pushing the ball down the field. And this is the best chance in years for Penn State to get this dub. And they're one of the best pass rushing teams in college football over the last several years. Drew Aller, I get it. He's not a great QB, but he does play well enough, and he seems healthy to play this weekend. And it makes that offense just good enough to get it done, as you saw last week with freshman Raiola in Nebraska hanging in there with Ohio State. So I see this as a low-scoring game, and I think Paul agrees with me. So in a low-scoring game, hostile crowd, a banged-up O-line, I like the home dog here. Give me the Penn State Nittany Lions +3.5.
All right, so to your point, Drew Aller is injured.
But he's practiced all week.
But I get it.
Who knows?
He's a little banged up. Ohio State's 9-1 in their last 10.
Mm-hmm.
Historically, they dominate. And Penn State in
9-1 in the last 10 in this matchup.
This matchup,
right?
This matchup, that's correct. And Penn State in primetime game, which I know this ain't a night game the whole bit.
It's bad. It's not good.
Against Michigan, Ohio State, they're not good.
No, I get it.
James Franklin is not good. That's why when you sent it to me, I was like, wow, I thought he would just move across that game, but
Yeah.
you actually played it. That's hey, and 100% it may hit. All right, so I'm on the under 45.5 here, 11 o'clock on Fox. Ohio State's got the number 2 ranked defense in the country. Penn State's got the, I think, number 4th ranked defense in the country.
Yeah.
Drew Allar playing, Drew Allar not playing. It to the under, it works both ways. The O line for OSU is awful. They're not very good. It's kind of like the Ole Miss situation, but they got to get Will Howard out of the pocket in this whole bit. I don't know. I think it's like a race to 20. The first team that gets to 20 wins it. So I got like 20-10.
Yeah.
Ohio State, but and it could be 20-10 Penn State. And we both win.
20-17.
Is that what you got it?
Yep. And that covers me and you.
Yeah.
We mill the shit out of that thing.
I'll take it. I just
Yeah,
don't. I don't
know. It's hard. I get it. It's hard to even think about taking the
It
Penn
smells
State
bad.
side.
It's like the Florida bet.
Yeah,
earlier this
hold
year.
your nose and go. But like I mentioned, I think this is their best shot. They have not been good on offense the last several years, or the last 8 or 9 years. Not good. Always been great on defense, but they could never hang in there with these other teams. And Ohio State has been dynamic on offense. They're not this year. They're just not. Will Howard is a fine QB. He's okay. He's doing the job there. But again, he's not pushing it down the field, and now he's not getting any help in the run game. I just think that keeps their total lower, and that gives. And when the game's close and you're on the road, it just favors the home team. So I think they can stay within this line here. I think more than likely Ohio State wins. Just think it's by a field goal.
Okay.
So I'll take the points. I mean, and again, this is Penn State's best chance to actually get the W. Of course, that covers easy.
You heard it here first. 17-14.
Nittany Lions.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that'll work.
So one of the things I noticed too, and I mean you talked about this, is I do not like taking a lot of early games, but yet
It's where the better games.
I've taken 3 this week, and it. Anyways, moving on.
All right,
Go
another early game, Paul.
Oh, you got a 2 for here.
Not only is this our favorite weekend and one of the most fun weekends, especially if you like to dabble in horse racing. So Breeders' Cup, where you got damn near every race is worth $1 million, and you got the best horses in the world running just every 45 minutes. The best horses in the world.
Payouts are amazing.
Isn't like the classic $7 million? I think it's just incredible. Not only do you have that going on this weekend, but next week on November the 5th, there's a certain election coming up. Now, I'm not here to tell you, I don't care which side you lean or where you're looking, blue or red. I just know
purple.
It's your civic duty or exercise your right to go out and vote. Go out next week, cast your vote for whichever candidate you like, but just go out there and do your part. In light of that, it's also our civic duty to pick the service academies this weekend because of the election coming up.
Because America, damn it.
America, damn it, that's right. So again, but this is just for me. This is just wash, rinse, and repeat. Right.
Yep.
The Air Force Falcons travel to take on the Army Black Knights, 11 a.m. Saturday morning. I'm going to give you a 2 right here. I got a 2 for this one, and I'm going to throw in. I'm not going to put it in the spreadsheet. It's not part of the locks, but I'm going to give you a little play that I'm going to try to make if my betting service will allow it. So, I've been on this Army team all year.
Mm-hmm.
Air Force is 96th in the country in scoring defense.
Not very good.
Army is 7th in the nation in scoring offense.
Yep.
Bad matchup, right?
Yep.
Army is also 6th in the country in scoring defense, and Air Force is 132nd in the country in offense. Another bad matchup for the Falcons. So holy smokes, Batman! I mean, this game sets up perfect for me. Our Army will not let off the gas here. They had that looming Notre Dame matchup coming on November the 23rd.
I don't care what the line is. Yeah, whenever.
Give me the Black Knights.
Whenever that game in our thing, I'm on them.
Yeah, and they're going to want to keep this thing rolling. Bryson Daly for Heisman, people. I mean, it's happened before. I've seen Service Academy quarterbacks get an invite to New York. So. Anyway, here's my 2-for-1 special. I got Army team total over 31.5. Seems very plausible to me. And, of course, I'm going to take the full game spread here, Army minus 22. Now, I don't know if your betting site will allow it, but here's a little parlay for you if you like to dive into those types of bets. Army first half minus 13, Army team total over, and the Army full game spread. All three of them, lock it up. Go get you some money.
All right. So I think did I send you the picture of the stadium?
No, you never sent me the picture. You were kind of telling me about it, but I never saw it.
So Army snuck into the Air Force Stadium and they were vandalized. And not, I mean, they put, so it says Air Force across the top of the stadium.
Yeah.
So they went in there and they put, in front of the air, they put CH, which makes it Chair Force. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. We got time. Which is, it's typical stuff. I mean, the academies do that against each other. Shit, that didn't work. Try it one more time and I'll move on.
I was going to see if I just Googled Chair Force, if it would show
That's
it
what I
to me.
did.
It's not showing what Army did, but I see a lot of it out here. I wonder why they're...
Yeah, one year they stole the goat and got in a bunch of trouble with Navy and Army and the whole thing, the whole bit. Yeah. All right, so where are we at?
I don't know. What are you looking for?
All right, so this picture here, which I don't know, I'm showing you. So it says right here. It says Air Force.
Oh, in their stadium.
Yeah. So they went up here and they made a big OC and an H. It says Chair Force. Anyway,
But why would they do it? Our Air Force is on the road.
Yeah.
The Army just said, hell with it.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
go
fucking with
F with them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
That's good stuff. I don't think Army has any trouble in this game, by the way. I mean, they're just
No, I don't
clearly
know.
the better team.
No,
Clearly
yeah,
the
no.
better team.
No. All right. Well, it was just a thing I saw that I was bringing.
I like it.
Whatever, the whole bit. Okay, here we go. All right, back to business.
Business at hand. You're going to have to give me 2 picks here. I just went 2 for 1. Of course, I have 2 more. I have 3 more picks than you
got
this
way
week.
more. I
so-
think we're fine.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
think we're fine.
Go
All right,
ahead.
my next play is going to be, once again, 11 o'clock on ABC. I'm taking Duke plus 20.5 versus Miami. Miami is all offense. They don't cover games. They don't play defense well. They probably got one of the better defensive fronts in the country, but they still, I don't think the coaching's there on that side of the football. This is a revenge spot for Manny Diaz, who got fired by Miami
He did.
at one point. And now he's back, got him a head coaching gig again. Good Lord. But for me, it's the O-line from Duke versus the D-line from Miami. Can they give Malik Murphy time to move the ball down the field? And
Yeah.
I believe 100% they will. I don't see where – I think this line's way too freaking high. I think there's a more motivated Duke team. They play teams well this year.
They have.
I think they're overvaluing the number in front of the Miami,
Yeah.
first of all, the 0 on the end of their record,
Mm-hmm.
kind of deal. So if the O-line from Duke gives him time, Malik Murphy, probably they may win this thing outright. So I got
Boy,
them.
wouldn't that be something?
I got them plus 20.5, but I wouldn't. If you want to throw $25 at the money line, go get it. I think they beat
I
them.
love it. Go get them, Duke Blue Devils.
I think they beat 'em.
That
I
would
do.
really, that would shake up the ACC, wouldn't
I think they beat them.
it? 20.5. It does seem like a lot of points to me. Because Duke has shown propensity to be able to move the ball, and that defense has been solid.
So you can get Duke plus 900.
That's not terrible, isn't it?
I mean, if you got $25 burning a hole in your pocket,
Throw it out there. Why not?
go get you. Was it
Yeah.
$1.80 back? What is that?
On $25?
Yeah, it's
More than that.
$2.25.
Yeah.
No.
There you go. All right. We'll move on to my next pick. Look, Vanderbilt Commodores travel to Auburn, Alabama, take on the Hugh Freeze-led Auburn Tigers, Paul. Last year, do you know this, Paul? Last year, New Mexico State went to Auburn, and they won that game.
I know y'all didn't see that, but I was listening.
The head coach at the time for New Mexico State was one Jerry Keel.
Oh my!
The quarterback for New Mexico State at the time was one Diego Pavia.
Oh my!
This year, those two are both with Vanderbilt.
Mm.
No one has beaten the Commodores this year by more than 7 points, and that includes the likes of Alabama and Texas. Sure, Auburn got a much-needed win, but that was against Kentucky and a team that looked checked out on defense last week. So if you're going to give me over a touchdown, what I think is the better team and one of the best fun quarterbacks to watch in the country this year, I'm taking the Vanderbilt Commodores plus 7.5.
What time does that game start?
That is 11:45 SEC Network.
Okay. Just for giggles and all the stuff.
Yeah.
Vandy.
What's
Duke.
What's your
Parlay
parlay?
Money line parlay.
Little money line parlay.
Let's see what
Yeah.
we got. Let's see what we get here.
I think Vanderbilt wins it outright.
Oh my God, that can't be right.
Was it you get like 30-1?
33 to
33.
1, $25 get shit. 800. That's you're at a fucking dime. It's a band. Duke, Vandy, money line, $25 a bag of popcorn. I'm betting it.
It sounds like a plan to me.
I'm doing it.
Sounds
It's
fantastic.
a fucking band. What's happening? Let's do it.
That's great. How much did you say you get back? 900 and something.
It's 33 plus 3,300, which is 33 to 1. 25 gets you 825,
825.
which is a band. It's $1,000.
Yeah.
Screw all the
Yeah,
semantics.
that's awesome.
All right.
Boy, what a day that would be, wouldn't it?
You know how we do.
And then
But-
you take that and you lay it into the
Yeah.
late pick 4 in Del Mar.
Yeah, so you take those two, parlay them together, and you find the one you know that's gonna hit. Let's call it I don't know, what's the one that's gonna win? Georgia minus
Georgia.
Georgia.
Tennessee against Kentucky.
Georgia, then you get we don't like that one. They don't get us much. They get us $4. We need something under 700.
Under 700?
Let's take Navy. Navy's gonna
Navy
beat.
or Army.
Navy's gonna beat.
Well,
her.
Navy's a lower spread. Yeah. You're right.
Now you're at 40 to 1. You
40 to 1. There we go. Now we're talking.
Now we're making biscuits, baby. Now we're at a band
Yeah,
for
we're
real
paying
band. All right, so if you watch this show,
3-team money line parlay: Duke, Navy, Vanderbilt.
$25 in a bag of popcorn.
$1,000.
Don't worry about it. Just bet it, and then
just go watch something else.
see you at the pay window.
Yeah, that's right.
Love that
I
shit.
love it.
I think it's gonna hit.
That's awesome.
We're changing lives on Poolside
Yeah,
Bets
we are.
podcast.
Come get them.
All right, it's my go.
Yes, sir.
I had this big old write up on Duke and Miami. I didn't read none of it.
You didn't. You
Saw the fucking shit. No.
you just decided to do something different, huh?
No, well, basically it says all offensive, most defensive line. All right. Anyways, 2:30 on ESPN. Iowa State host Texas Tech.
Yeah, they do.
Give me Iowa State team total over 34.5.
Okay.
Iowa State entered their bye week last week 9th in the country. They came out this week, opened up their 11th. They lost 2 damn spots and they didn't even play.
I didn't even play.
The disrespect is real and it's freaking personal.
Now it's personal.
No,
now,
it is. I mean,
God damn it, it's personal now.
Texas Tech can't stop nobody. They're giving
No,
up
they can't.
38 points per game in their last 3 games.
You think you could get 60 yards rushing against Texas Tech?
Shit, me?
Yeah.
If I didn't blow a hammy, yeah.
Well, I mean,
I might get it on one play. I might be good. Anyways,
that's it, Coach. That's all you get. I'm done.
so give me a pissed off Rocco Breck coming off his worst game of the year, by the way. And they had to come back to beat UCF, but Rocco Breck did not play good last week or
No.
2 weeks ago. Off a bye, rested up. Now he's pissed off.
Yep.
And that Iowa State defense is legit. They'll get him the
And
ball
oh boy,
back.
there can coach, man.
They're averaging 36 points per game already. So this is all they got to do is do what they've been doing all year. This thing sails over. They should be in the 40s, I think. Even if Texas Tech somehow, what's the TJ, the running back for Texas Tech is pretty good. Even if he does go bananas,
Iowa State will continue to score.
They'll
It would be
keep
fun.
going, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they'll run it up here. Give me team total over 34.5 for the Iowa State Cyclones.
All right. I'm going to 2:30 on Peacock.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Yeah, ask it.
How come they're the Cyclones
Mm-hmm.
and then Tulsa's the Hurricane? Ain't that the Hurricane?
Tulsa's the golden one hurricane.
Yeah. Why are they two? Why are they
2 cyclones.
plural cyclones?
They got extra cyclones.
And then Now I've seen multiple hurricanes
Yeah.
in real life.
Right.
I've never seen multiple cyclones.
No. Well, if it's a dance, then you can have multiple people doing the cyclone by
What does the cyclone dance look like? What the? Fuck is
I don't know.
going
It's a song. It's got. Oh God, I can't. Would you like me to play it for you?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Okay, here we go.
Put it on the YouTube.
We're gonna find this sucker. Hold on. I can't play
It
it.
better not be some stupid shit.
I can't play it because
I can play it.
I can play it for you,
Oh yeah.
but we can't.